welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing part 2 of Getting to Know Me, which, in reality, I feel like I should have done these videos when I first started YouTube, so you have an idea of who the hell I am. Now it's like, it's all a mixture of mumbo jumbo, but it's okay. It's better late than never, so let's get started. My first CD that I could recall that I played a lot was A-Teens. They were a quad group from Sweden, two girls, two boys. And it was the ABBA Generation album. And I was like, what is ABBA? What is Generation? Who are the A-Teens? And fast forward to a few years back then, they had like 3 albums, and I was a huge fan of them at the time. Still am to this day. Fun fact, the first album that I bought with my own money was 2004. Kelly Clarkson's Breakaway. That album, my god, that album like spoke to me. That is when I knew I loved music, and not just like singing, but like how music can touch your soul and save your soul, and how a songwriter could just get inside your brain. Like the song that I felt closest to on that record, that album, would be Hear Me. Oh, that song was my favorite song from that album. Okay, anyways, my first song that I can recall learning, besides like the alphabet song or like a Barney song or whatever, it's from first grade. So I was 6 years old, and my music teacher was teaching us My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion from the movie soundtrack Titanic. And I remember for the whole year, I think we were just learning that same song and just singing it over and over. So thank you, Mr. Cochran from Josiah Quincy. The first concert that I've ever been to was with my cousins. I was really young. I think I was 8 or 9. It was in Mansfield, Massachusetts. At the time, it was called the Tweeter Center, which now I believe is called Xfinity Center. This is the arena. And it was for BB Mac. BB Mac. It was 3 guys. Don't remember much about them or the music. I remember one was smoking a cigarette, and that was a concert with my cousins, my first concert. And then I went to a concert with my mom and my brother, like a Nickelodeon concert, kind of like all these celebrities performing on one stage, kind of like Kiss concert or whatever. I remember LFO was big back then. But the first concert that I went to that I wanted to go to with my mom, that she took me to when I was young, it was Britney Spears. It was for I'm a Slave for You tour, or Britney tour, because her album was called, no, her album was called Britney or I'm a Slave for You. I don't remember. But that was my first concert, I guess you can say. My first car, it's really sad. It's when I moved here to California, so it's my Hyundai Elantra. His name is Max, so that's my first car, red. My first phone, I don't know if it was a Nokia, but it looked like a Nokia, and it was a big phone like this. And my brother and I shared the phone in middle school. So I was in 6th grade when I got my first phone, so I was like 11 or 12. And my brother and I shared the phone, so when I had after-school activities, I would take it. If he had after-school activities, he would have the phone. We never had after-school activities together, which was good, so we didn't have to fight for the phone. And it was so cool. They had the game Snake, which was awesome. That was my first phone. And I also remember the Sidekick, which I never got. I just see my friends flipping back and forth. But I had like the Voyager, the Chocolate. I had the Blackberry. I had like 2 Blackberries. Blackberry was one of my favorite phones. And then of course now the iPhones. My first kiss was when I was 11. I actually don't remember much about it. I was really young. It was in our neighborhood area, and we just did a quick smooch. It wasn't anything special, so yeah. My first trip or on an airplane was to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, which was so fun. it was magical. I remember a little bit here and there, but it was good times. I remember it was good times. My first job was an internship in my summer of junior to senior of high school. I was an intern at State Street Corporation, which is a banking investment firm. They do a lot of stuff and they're huge. So I was very proud of myself as my first job and internship. My first time I got straight A's, 7th grade. I was shook. I was like, what? I got all A's? And I hate when it's like A minus, because technically you do have all A's, but that minus is there. Or like a plus, which is even better than an A, but some teachers don't give pluses. But, you know, that has happened. So like to actually see all just straight A's down the row, I think it was 7th grade. And then I just kept continuing until college. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. My first F. I'm sure I've gotten an F before on like a test, but on my report card, like a transcript, I've never gotten an F. My lowest score was, I think, a C. Even in college, I think it was a C plus maybe. But I remember in 5th grade, like our report cards changed from letters to numbers, and like one being bad or dissatisfactory, but wasn't failing. It was like I can't speak. Dissatisfaction, and then 4 being advanced or proficient or whatever. I might have gotten a 2 in somewhere, but that was a long time ago. And look where I am today, so it's fine. And the final one. The last time that I stole something, or not the last time, I'm sorry. The first time that I stole something, I was at a grocery store with my mom and my brother. And I don't know why I thought this would be funny, but I stole 1 egg from a carton that holds a dozen eggs. So I was like, oh, look, when someone picks out this dozen carton eggs, they're going to think that they're getting 12. I mean, obviously you open it, but it's going to be 11. And that's going to mess up every order because they're going to take another egg from somewhere else to make it 12. And then that other carton is going to only have 11. So I thought that was funny. And I took an egg and put it in my pocket, got home, it cracked. It was literally scrambled eggs. And it was very messy to clean up. And I didn't tell my parents. And I felt bad, and that was lesson learned. You steal, your pants get dirty, so lesson learned. So those are my first times. Please share your first times of anything that you have that related to my first. So comment below. Don't forget to love life, live happy, and I will see you next time. Bye!